Welcome to the Realtor Who Wines podcast. I'm Rashelle Newmeyer, your hostess with the mostest, a student of life, a connector, a passionate wine enthusiast, and your local favorite guide. Join me as we explore the vibrant Pacific Northwest, savor the finest wines, and champion the spirit of entrepreneurship. Each episode, I'll sit down with inspiring guests, supporting business ownership, and uncovering the stories that make this community unique. So grab a glass of wine, settle in, and let's embark on a journey of discovery and connection together. Cheers! Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to have you on the podcast. Cheers.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes.
Okay. Drinking around the mic takes a little talent. I wasn't good at it at first.
I can see where it would take some practice.
Right. So far on the show, I've only
Left
spilled
hand.
2 times. Knock on wood.
Okay.
So
yes.
I would love it if you'd introduce yourselves to everybody.
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay. I'm Jaelle Johnson, and I'm a realtor, investor, mom,
What is your title with REAO?
founder,
Yeah.
co-founder, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-founder, your turn.
Co-founder. Oh, yes, I'm the other.
Yeah, founder.
My name is Julie Yarnall. I'm also real estate agent, broker. Jaelle and I are business partners in many ways, but mom number one, and have a whole life but behind me. Right, I'm on my my 4th life.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes.
Probably my 4th career. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm liking this one the best.
Oh, good.
I'll stay here.
Yay.
I agree. Please don't go anywhere.
I know. I was like, yay, because we were both part of this life. So I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's perfect.
No, this
One
is good.
reason I wanted to have you on the podcast is you two are very much like me, where it's collaboration, not competition.
For sure.
And it's all about what's best for the client, what's best for the industry, what's best for everybody. And I just love that so much about you, which is where REAO kind of came from. Do you want to elaborate a little bit on what REAO is, what that acronym stands for, and kind of the thought behind that group?
Yeah, kind of a little bit of the origin story.
Yeah.
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 Do you mind if I
Go for it. Yeah, you get started and
So-
I can fill in.
Jaelle and I met at our brokerage, and we quickly found out that we wanted to do some sort of investing, and we were going to a lot of groups and just found that we needed to start our own and build that space for women. And so it's called REAO, which is Women Real Estate Investors of Oregon. And how old are we now?
We are about 3.5 years, just coming up on 3.5 years.
Yeah, it's been really great. We currently have just over 1,300 people.
Amazing. I love it.
Just over.
Yes. Yes.
And we had an event here at this house. We're in one of our projects this morning, which was really
Yeah.
cool.
It was wonderful to kind of just share off. There's a lot of things that our group focuses on. Our 3 main pillars are our education, empowerment, and community. And I think coming to a REAO meeting, I think the community speaks for itself. It's just a phenomenal group of women that come, and they're very welcoming and collaborative, as you talked about. It is definitely a core value of ours to, particularly being women in a very male-dominated space of real estate investing.
Yes.
Having that safe place where not only can we ask what maybe we think are dumb questions, or not only have a place where we can be new,
Right.
and, feel okay about being new. But I think my favorite part watching the collaboration is, after we have our little education piece, I'll see women talking and trading phone numbers and getting together,
championing
for
each
coffee.
other.
Yeah. And really supporting each other. And it's very, very humbling to see that. I mean, I feel like we just created the space, but it's the women that show up that have really just made the community all that it is. And
Yeah.
I'm very, very proud of that.
It's my favorite night of the month.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's my favorite night. I get so energized. Sometimes, with anything, you're like, oh, I'm tired tonight or something.
Yeah.
Man, we have those meetings and it just energizes me.
Yeah.
And I think it does. It's very powerful through the whole room. You feel it. And I love that we have monthly meetings that are held at our brokerage in person for networking. Jaelle's been doing an awesome job getting some virtual meetings set up. So, because we do have ladies all over the state.
Yeah.
And then also doing something like this today at someone's project where we can go walk through. They can educate us on what they did.
Yeah.
It just happened to be our project today, but we'll do what we call coffee times and just, go all over the city and meet and see what other investors are doing. And it's really great. So.
It's been very successful. It gives a lot of new people the chance to ask questions. How did you do this? How did you find your contractor?
Yeah.
What color is this paint? We had several people wanting the trim color today.
It's
the little things.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But that's what it takes.
Eggshell number 9.
It's SW 1259, whatever. No. But it's great because it's also a safe place to talk about money.
Yes.
And that's such an uncomfortable topic in so many places in general in life. And, I had people asking me today, how much did you spend on renovation? How much are you into this project? Like, what did you pay for the home? What do you expect to make? And those are all safe questions and they're okay to talk about. And I think that is huge, especially for women who are diving into a field like real estate investing where the dollars are large and the risk can be bigger, is to really feel comfortable having those questions answered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you definitely provide a space where you can come as a true novice or as a senior. Like, that's what's so amazing about it. I've thoroughly enjoyed watching it grow. I can't attend as much as I'd love to, but it's so fun when I do attend because everyone always asks, like, oh, how do you know the girls? And I was like, I knew them when this was an idea.
When it was just the idea, yes.
And I was like, and I've loved every second of championing you and cheering you on, even from a distance. And I send so many people, as soon as someone was like, oh, I wish I knew more about investing, like, I know the perfect group that you should go check out. I always send them a link to the Facebook group, or then I have the calendar, of course, that I share, and or the conference that you guys started doing, like the 1-day conference. And talk a little bit about that, because that's grown huge in the last 3 years.
Yeah. It has. So we call it the summit.
Yes.
And, the first year we had it in the office and we had, 60, 65 people or something like that in the office. I remember we had Mel Dorman come in as our keynote speaker, and we had a lender kind of talking about just credit or something. I don't remember. It was 4 speakers. Right. And we had, it was actually Dwight Schwab was going to be our last speaker, and he had a death in the family, and I filled in. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to woo.
Yeah.
But it was just so well received. And so we've grown every year. We do it as like a birthday party. So we had our first meeting in February of 2023. And so this year we kind of did it as our 3rd birthday, and we outgrew the office. So we went down and did it the Holiday Inn, and we had sponsors this year, and we flew speakers in.
Yeah.
And we had a charitable dinner the night before to support Kathy's Place, which we're very, very passionate about helping that cause. But it's just been amazing. And I think the neatest part for me is kind of like you talked about watching us grow up in this, right? Like from our first meeting with a dozen ladies.
Yeah.
And I was struggling with social anxiety, and it's like, oh, I'm just going to ask everybody, like, how often should we meet? And they all said monthly for the same reason, like we get busy, right? We can't, most people can't make every meeting.
Yeah.
And so that's why we do it every month. But watching some of the people grow up, Melissa Appleton is one of them, where she came, it was her very first REAO meeting. And she was just switching careers from social work to hard money lending. And then the next year she was speaking from our stage. And then the next year she was our platinum sponsor.
Yeah.
So as we've grown up, we've had so many colleagues and friends and collaborators growing up with us. And it's just a joy.
Well, and it's so great because you built a community that has also helped support you in your own flips and your own investing. Like, you've learned a lot from the group as much as you've put into the group as well, which is so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely been very humbling, right? And I think it has stretched both of us as people and who we are to continue to give to it. I mean, and it feels so natural now. It really does. I remember the first probably 6 or 7 meetings. We were like, what are we going to talk about tonight? What are we doing?
Who are we going to get to
Are we
speak?
supposed to be here?
Right? I know.
Yeah. And it's so natural now. And it really, truly is a group of friends. Like today, we probably had 35 or 40 guests come through this house. The majority of them REIO members. We had a few other friends or family come, but they're all friends. It's just and they're so positive.
Yeah.
And they're so happy for us.
Yeah.
And what we've done. And it's so humbling. Like they're like, this is amazing. And look what you've done. And then I want to say, but you
Right.
did.
Look at what you did too.
and you're pushing me to do this because like,
That's
just
so true.
everyone needs examples or whatever. And I need examples, but it's also being able to share, right? It's amazing and humbling every single time I think about it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's always somebody you can put a hand up to and a hand down to.
Yes, always. Well, and I love too in the Facebook group, like if someone will post and be like, has anyone ever dealt with blah, blah, blah? And like instantly the comments are full or like, I haven't, but I know so-and-so has. Here's her number. Give her a call. She'll walk you through it. Like, it's just, I love it. It's awesome.
Generosity is phenomenal.
I was going to say, we heard a term recently and I forget who told us,
Radical generosity.
Oh my gosh.
and that's what I feel like that group is.
Yeah.
Everybody that's part of it and they give something and it's radical.
It
Yeah.
is.
Well, and as a fellow real estate agent, I also love that you two could easily be like, we're the only realtors in the group because since you created the group, but that's just not who you are as people, obviously. But there are some groups out there that are like hosted by one financial planner. So no other financial planners are allowed. But this group is like room for all, collaborate with who you can collaborate with, support each other. And it's just, it's amazing.
We know we're not the realtor for everyone.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can't be.
We're a little crazy, you know. We're very real, you know. I think the reason that our businesses together have been so successful is because our core values
Definitely
are so aligned. But it's honesty and it's integrity and it's loyalty. So if you put us in a real estate situation, that's what we're going to fight for.
Totally.
We're not going to be the let's just
see what happens.
make this look.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people do some things that maybe we just wouldn't make the same choice. So I guess that's a bad example. But nevertheless, Julie and I are not the personality for everyone who wants to buy or sell a home. And so especially within an environment specifically for women, I feel like when one of us wins, we all win.
Definitely.
And find the person in the room that you connect with, that you jive with. Because what's the other thing we heard recently?
You should do business with the people that you want to do life with.
Oh, yes. I love that. That's
And
great.
I forget where that came from, but we heard it somewhere. And it resonated so much with both of us because
of course.
is true. Like it truly is. If my community wins, these are the people that I want to be around. I want to do business with them. And if my community wins, I am winning in so many other ways.
Absolutely.
Not just monetarily or because I, have a deal coming in. It's everything. And it goes into that generational factor. Like we're thinking about our boys.
Yeah.
And everything that we do, we have a lot of fun and we do goof off just a little bit. But but I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else.
Sure.
I really wouldn't. And it comes down to, fundamentally we have that same character, right? And the same heart and soul. We're very different, but it's that generation behind us. It's the generation behind them, behind our boys. How are we setting up for their families, right?
That's right.
And their communities, and where are they going to live, and how are they going to do it, and what you need to teach them. But I love that saying. Like you should always do
business with those people that you want to do life with.
Yeah.
And that's true. In any given meeting that we have, there's 5-6 realtors. And it's the example that I use that, if you're a realtor in the room, raise your hand. We are not competing here.
No.
Find the realtor that works for you and let's be successful together.
Yeah, totally. If you love hearing how I talk to Oregon business owners and community leaders on this podcast, just wait until you see how I work as a real estate agent. Buying, selling, relocating, I do it all. Don't do it without me. Let me help. Reach out today.
Yeah.
So you both got into real estate. Did you both separately always be like thinking about like, oh, I want to do real estate investing even before you got into real estate? Or did that kind of pop into your brain as you became a realtor?
I did not know that I was investing when I was.
Got it.
And I think because I bought my first house in 2005 in Texas when I was in college because the dorm was too expensive for me.
Oh my gosh, we were just talking about this earlier today.
And so my first house is bigger than the house I live in now. And I was just talking about this earlier today. Bigger than the house I live in now in Tualatin. And I bought it for $62,000. And my whole mortgage with impound account and everything was $427.
Can you imagine today?
No.
And you'd just be like,
So-
yes, please, I'll take 5.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
I'll take 5, 100%.
So what I immediately did was got my 2 best friends to rent the back room.
Absolutely.
For $500 a month. So I was making money. I had no idea that that's I just did that because
Right.
I was like, I need to subsidize my life here.
Yep.
And I was house hacking. So I just bumped along on a log through my career path, and that's a different life, right? And met Jaelle, and then she really flipped the switch for me. She was like, you house hacked. You've already been investing. Let's go do this. And I'm like, okay, let's go
Like
do it.
real estate is amazing, and
Yeah.
helping people buy and sell real estate and realize that part of the American dream is
Right.
huge. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always going to be our most, our greatest asset for long-term wealth, but it's just the beginning. Owning your own home is just the beginning
Yeah.
of creating wealth through real estate.
Yeah.
And I've owned probably 12 or 13 homes in the last 25 years.
That you've lived in or that
Yes.
you've just purchased? Okay.
Yes, probably 30 years. So I've, yeah. That's a lot of moving. So every
Yeah,
2
girl.
to 3 years.
I was like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I wasn't even there. I know. Just like packing up the kitchen
I will
30 times.
easily tell you that I hate
No.
moving.
Well, yeah.
However, it's profitable. So
Okay. There we go.
There we go.
over the years, I've just bought fixers. And so even my very first house, it was a little 3-bedroom, 1-bath in Milwaukee, Oregon. And, it was like every penny I had, I was totally house broke, but I owned it for about 9 years, and I added a bath onto the back and a second walk-in closet. And I made $90,000 on it when I sold it. And at the time, it didn't cost what it does today to do a bath, right? So and that was kind of my first like, holy cow, like real estate is great. And so over the years, that's been my pattern is buying a fixer-upper, making it better, and then moving on and doing it with the next one. Now, had I known, I never would have sold any of those houses.
Sure.
But I didn't know what I didn't know.
Right.
And then it was in 22, I ended up going through a real estate investing coaching program. And it just opened my eyes to what it looked like to not just sell the house and move on to a new one.
Right.
But how financially you refinance it as a rental and then you move on to a new, or you, like, whatever it is, I didn't understand the big picture. So I became a real estate agent because I knew I wanted my long-term retirement strategy to be in real estate.
Yeah.
So it was to enable that. And I was just happy to find Julie along the way.
Yeah. Thanks for moving to Sherwood.
Thanks for picking the same office as me.
Yeah. I love that so much that like you two found each other later in life, but your friendship is so deep that it's like you've been friends almost your whole life.
It does feel like that. And we've communication is not our strength. We have an assistant now, and she is the best because she understands both of us. And so she can communicate for us, right? Which is not when we're in the room, but like, oh, by the way, Julie, or oh, by the way, Jaelle, right? She's like that. But we, Julie and I sometimes find ourselves in what I call violent agreement.
Yeah.
Because our communication style is so different that we're actually saying the same thing, but we think we're disagreeing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're both passionate because our character is strong and our values are strong. And then we're like, every once in a while, and then Julie will be like, Jaelle, we're saying the same thing. We're like,
And then she's like,
yeah.
Okay. Or she'll do that too. But that's the fun of it. I guess that's why it's like, so much
it was
fun.
hard at first, but now that we know each other, right?
And we're
it's
not
like any relationship,
we're
really.
not totally like criticizing or any of those things.
No.
We're just
Our hearts are
yeah. And just like trying to
Well, you have to make, as business partners, you're making like big decisions together too. That's going to affect the bottom
Yes.
line when you're flipping a house and things like that.
Yes.
So communication is key.
It is key, and I am not I don't volunteer information clearly as often as I should.
I
And
always use the
that's-
phrase, say more words. Because like sometimes,
gosh.
especially my significant
Julie's gonna
other.
start saying that to me.
Yeah. Sometimes my significant other will just say a statement like, oh, today at work, Brian walked in. And then he'll just stop talking. I'm like, say more words. I don't know. Is that it? Was that the story?
you need me to respond.
And he goes, oh, yeah. And then we talked about blah, blah, blah. But then I still don't understand, like, well, what's the moral of the story? Like, what am I supposed to be?
Yes.
So I'm like, say even more words. Like, so I say that all day, every day.
So
say more words. I don't understand.
But then she knows me now that like say we haven't talked all day and it's 4:00 and I'm driving and because I'm bouncing all over town and she'll pick up the phone and she'll be like, hi. And I'm just like, I'm downloading.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then we need like an hour.
Like,
Yeah.
and then she probably says 8 things when I say 400 and
Yeah.
things.
Right.
And then I just go, thanks for listening. Bye.
And she's like, oh, I was going to ask you something, but never mind.
Right? We'll cover that
See you
tomorrow.
A lot of times I'm like, well, I'm home now. Bye.
And she goes, oh, okay. Well, I was just curious if you picked up the lockbox, but
Yeah,
never
right.
mind. I'll text you.
It's so funny. It is funny.
So true.
I like am notoriously over communicate things that nobody needs to really know.
And it's like the whole love language things. Like, therefore, that's what she wants in
Yeah.
return.
Yeah.
And I am just not wired that way. I just function in my head and kind of do my thing. And
Have you guys
people
ever
need to ask
done
me.
like any of the assessments, like Myers-Briggs or?
I mean, over the years I have, but
Not recently.
Yeah.
I'm not high D and red.
yeah, I mean, and I'm definitely more of like the intuitive data
Sure.
kind of, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably green.
I'm probably green. Yeah.
I was just asking when I was in corporate America, I had done Myers-Briggs multiple times, but there's like a second level to it, and it's all about time. And like some people, in order to feel like they're communicating, need to tell a story from the beginning to the end. And I'm more like, if you need me to help you problem solve, I need the facts. I don't have all day for this whole story. And I was a manager at the time, and some of my
Trouble.
You just described both of us.
Yes, I know.
Perfectly.
This is why I'm bringing it up, because I was like, oh, what you just described is what's happening. Yeah. So
me what
I
you
learned
need.
that about myself, that some people need more time and I
Yes.
need to be patient. Or it was kind of nice because we did it as a department. So then I could say to her, remember my clock too. So like, I'll let you talk for
Yes.
20 minutes instead of an hour, but like, you got to remember, I'm not trying to be short with you, but my brain doesn't need all the
Yes.
facts.
Right.
I need to know what's wrong. And then I can help you figure out what's wrong.
My like getting here today for this event, my story would have started yesterday at like noon.
Right.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And mine would have started with, so I walked in the door
Yeah.
and this is what happened.
Right, exactly. And I'd be like, so Julie, you need me to pick up the sign on the way? Is that
Right.
like how we got here?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny.
No, it's good. And we've learned that about each other. And
Yeah.
Well, and like you said, it's
Gotta
any
laugh.
relationship, right? Whether it's a friendship,
Yep.
significant other, business partner, you got to learn
Yep.
each other on how to like communicate. How do you to go about picking projects?
Oh, well, we're luckily at a point that a lot of stuff gets brought to us now. I mean, I feel very thankful for that, right?
Yep.
Our phones will ring or someone sends us a text. And so we will talk to each other and look at the property first, just online. Is it the neighborhood? Is it a size or style we're looking at? And can we take on another project right now?
Right.
But then we usually will try just to go see it. And I really think for us, when we walk in and if we can see the vision, it's done.
Right.
Like we want it. If we walk in and we can't really see that vision or realize like it just needs too much work that we're ready to take on now, or even it doesn't need enough work.
Right.
Well, that's true. Like if it's a lipstick on a pig project, like if it's an awkward floor plan or really steep, weird stairs to take advantage of the square footage, and we can't make it feel usable and really
or more functional.
We're not going to lipstick a pig and sell it. Like that's just not what we do.
Yeah. So, and we've gone into multiple projects recently just to look at them that didn't need enough work. I find that sometimes too, where it really, I guess you could say, is cosmetic, but ultimately maybe the kitchen was done 10 years ago or something.
Sure.
And you're just like,
And so there's just not a ton of margin.
Yeah. So we are looking at the property first and foremost, but then the underwriting and the numbers have to work. So,
Yeah. How often does location play into your decision making? Is it more just about the house specifically, or do you? Because like the house we're sitting in today is in a prime location, and so that's what made me think of that question.
Right.
I wish.
I mean,
it's
we've
so
pretty
gorgeous.
much been all over Portland Metro. You know, we've done Newburgh is probably as far south as we've renovated, but we've done North Portland and
Selwood,
Northeast. We were just looking at a property in Northeast last week. Selwood,
Oregon City.
Tualatin, Oregon City. You know, I think
two now here in Lake Oswego. This one's done, and then we have one that will be done in less than 2 months.
it's really, you know, if we can get a contractor there and the numbers work.
Yeah. The light is amazing right now.
I know.
I know it really is.
The natural light in
The
here
sun came
is
out.
So beautiful.
Maybe we should buy this house, but
should.
we already own it.
Let's at least take advantage of the lake
Tradesies.
access for the next few
Trade
weeks while we own it.
This one.
Anyway. Yeah. And I think we've been talking a lot at what the next like evolution of our business is, right? And we have renovated quite a few homes now, and I think we're good. We are good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have systems. You already know
Yeah.
the partners you want to partner with, like contractors, designers, all that stuff.
And so we've been talking a lot about the next evolution is us together carrying rentals for cash flow, for building that equity. And it's really what has stopped us really is just understanding the generational impact that we're creating and setting that up correctly. Because for instance, like say something happens to me, she's not going to want to necessarily be working with my son.
Sure.
Right. Like you have to set up a business in a certain way. Right?
Well, and he might not
Or what
want
if
to
the
step
son-
into it either.
Right, but he doesn't necessarily even want to buy out or whatever.
Right.
Like these are all the questions we still need to.
And so, but it's been a really fun, I think, learning process for us and talking through that next evolution because it's where we want to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like is to own those doors. It's to, you know, be able to pass on stuff to our family. And so we're really digging into that.
Are you looking into owning doors in other states too? We are going to just stay local. Okay.
I would love to own not in Oregon.
Yeah. I know. Tell me
agree.
more. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
agree.
Yeah. That's a whole nother episode for a whole nother day.
It is a whole series, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, looking out of state for sure. But yeah, we're just at the beginning, baby steps of that. But I think before the end of the year, we'll have something.
That's the goal.
we'll
we'd
have
like to
something.
identify something.
And then everything snowballs in investing. And I think that's what people also have to remember is like every beginning is hard,
Totally.
right?
No matter what you're doing.
Whatever you're doing. And it snowballs. I mean, we started, when did we do Molly Sue? In
It's 2023.
23. And oh man, we really struggled through that project. But now we've done double-digit projects. Right. It just snowballed in those couple of years. And so we want to do that probably in the rental space too. And yeah, so by this year, and then hopefully when you're talking to us in another 3 years, we own 30 properties and
I know. And I'll be like, do you guys remember the first time you were on the podcast?
Yeah.
And you were just thinking about
Thinking about doing it.
Yeah, we're putting it out into the universe now.
We are.
Yeah.
We're playing
I
with
love
it.
it.
We will own a property out of state by the end of the year.
Yes. Do you know which state you
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Air cheers.
Yay.
Cheers. Air
Cheers. Do you have a state in mind?
Well, I am open to lots of states, and I think Jaelle was a little bit more nervous, but Washington is very close,
Oh, go
right?
Washington is close. It would be good to get to some of the more affordable metro areas.
I was going to say, I feel like you,
Atlanta, Kansas, Oklahoma City, you've talked about. There's a lot down in
Yeah.
Texas.
I've been looking in Kansas City just because I did live there for 10 years too. So I
yes,
frequent to go back to see friends a lot and stuff. And I was like, oh, I just lived at my own place. So I'm not always like putting anybody out kind of a thing.
I forgot you and I have that in common
Yeah.
because that's one of the reasons why I would love to own property there is having lived there for 3 years. It's a phenomenal place to live.
Well,
And
there's just so much
being
to do
able
there.
To take tax deductible trips to go and visit with friends and do all the things.
Yeah.
It's such a good city.
That's cool. I love that. I've only ever lived in Texas and California, and I don't want to do anything in those two states in my mind, but I like the tax write-off trip idea.
Yeah. Well, you
Where
said
do
a
we
little
want to
bit.
travel to? Okay, let's own there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, not Branson, Missouri. What's happening?
All right.
No, but you do get more bang for your buck in the middle of America.
Maybe
for sure.
Nashville area, you know, outskirts of there.
Yeah. Yeah. Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Murfreesboro or something like that.
Strategies when you think rental. I mean, we haven't even, in my mind, we probably haven't communicated it, but we're thinking probably single family.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But, there's mobile home places.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, gosh.
You can buy the whole park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
then all of a sudden you
I love
have
that.
27 doors.
You need tornado insurance if you're going to buy in the Midwest.
yeah.
For a mobile home park, that's like a beacon for the tornado.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
So don't do that.
But yeah, gosh, or you're buying those duplexes or the triplexes, or there's so many strategies, and we haven't. I think again, it goes down to the numbers have to work.
Then numbers
Well,
have
yeah,
to
and
work.
that's why for the Kansas City example, I've been looking at duplex, triplex because I want to keep one unit for me to
Yes.
just pop in whenever I want, or if you wanted to go, you could
Thank
use
you.
it,
I
kind of a
appreciate
thing.
that.
But and then rent out the other side, so it pays for
Yeah.
itself. It's
so
like my
if
goal.
you can rent the two
Yeah.
to cover the mortgage.
Yeah, and then I just keep the one for myself too. Yeah, that's a goal of mine. I have a couple spots like that. I would love a place down in Anaheim, but at the same time, I don't want to own in California either. But you'd want to use it. We're Disney adults.
Well,
to the
Rashelle,
max.
maybe we need to go in on a triplex together.
Yes, that would be cool.
Because we can share the one
Yeah,
unit.
yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
We got
Yep.
collaboration in the
We're
works
putting
right
it.
here.
Yeah, we're putting it all out there. Yeah,
Yay.
That's the key.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What
do it.
What has been a couple, like, for anybody out there listening that has always wondered, oh, I kind of want to do investing, but I'm scared because it can be intimidating, especially you don't know what you don't know. What is like a baby step that you would give them to just dip their toes in the water?
That's so easy for me to answer.
Join Rio.
Get around other people
Yes.
that are doing it so that it's normalized to you.
Totally. Yeah.
When
that's
other
true.
people are doing it and you realize they're successful at it, it takes the scary away.
Yeah.
It's not that you still don't have brave steps to take.
Right.
You know, anytime we enter into a new adventure or career or, investment strategy, it's always scary. But if you're surrounding yourself with people where it's normal, it's a whole lot less scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you learn the vocabulary that way,
Sure.
right? I think if someone, once you're
And
in
you
that,
can talk intelligently and ask questions and feel more comfortable in the space.
For sure.
It makes everything else
Yeah.
more doable.
and
it
it
is.
and it really is, it is an education, right? Because there's so many moving pieces. And so it can be intimidating or scary. Like, how do I fund a project? Or,
Right.
how do I buy a rental? How do I deal with
Or how do you make money if you're also paying a contractor and all this other stuff? Because some people assume if they're going to flip, they need to do all the work themselves or only hire out like a small project. but like you guys use a contractor for quite a bit.
I would say never do the work yourself.
Yeah.
If you really want to make, I know that sounds counterintuitive to those of us who, you know, are DIYers and trying to
Yeah.
do stuff. But if you really want to make a profit, never do the work yourself because nobody's time is more expensive than yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what you could be doing by finishing the project quickly and getting another project going,
Right.
you could do 2 or 3 projects, paying somebody and making a profit versus trying to do it all yourself and saving your way to profit. And you can't in this industry.
Yeah.
And to parlay on the education piece or getting yourself in that room is to partner with somebody. That's what I would do for the newest. Like, you don't have to do it alone. You can either have someone that you're shadowing. You could do equity splits. You could be a very small PML into someone's project so you can tag along. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can then collaborate and partner with someone to get that education.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
That's so true. We one of the investors who another story that we've watched her grow right since we met her through the REAO community, and she was brand new to real estate investing, and the very first thing she did is she actually loaned me $35,000 to help with down payment assistance on one of my flips. It was one that I had done without Julie.
Yeah.
And since that time, that was like her first, but then she got to tour, she came on site, she asked questions, and now she's doing all kinds of great things.
Sure. Yeah.
But it was an easy way to say, hey, I have a little piece. I can put some skin in the game. It gives me access. And she just followed along, and now she's truly working it. And it's that's how you get going.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it goes back to that German proverb that every beginning is hard. That first step.
Yeah.
Take that first step.
But that's okay. We can do hard things.
We can do it.
And if you can't take the first step, get a good girlfriend that'll
Yes. Then
just give you a
then
little
hold somebody's
pushy.
hand. 100%.
Learn how to swim.
Go, girl.
I love it. If you're thinking about making a lifestyle upgrade, maybe wine country, acreage, grape views, or do you want to go downtown? Let's talk. Either way, I want to help you level up. Reach out now and we'll make your dreams come true.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then, I mean, and partnering's not bad or collaborating. There's some people that it doesn't work out for, but you really just have to find, that's where you have those conversations. You find your people. You make sure that you have the same goals in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You and I have both had partnerships that
yeah,
Weren't the
chose
best.
not.
Yeah.
Right? And
They weren't the right fit.
It's not anything against that person. It just wasn't. It's like you don't marry everybody.
Right. Right.
It's the same thing.
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah. You have to be able to like communicate and jive. Yeah. I love it so much.
That's so critical in everything.
Yes, absolutely. What are, besides growing the rentals, what is there any other goals that either one of you have on the horizon?
I want to travel more.
Yeah. It's really easy to get sucked into work all the time.
It really is.
Yeah.
But this isn't your question, but
Yeah.
if I was
Give it to us anyway.
independently wealthy, like I would just volunteer at places, and that's the goal I'm trying to get to, right? And with that, in real estate investing, I can see that light at the end of the tunnel where I have so much residual income coming in that I can just go volunteer. I can go
All your
travel.
bills are paid.
I can go help my friends, or I can, help the bugs or whatever. I mean, shoot, we have a Tualatin food pantry collection here because we were going to have people here.
Yeah.
And that's my
Let's
heart.
make good out of it.
Let's make some good out of it and have that generosity piece. And that's how I just want to live my life. So my goal is to get there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of goals. One, Julie and I, we try and get our sons involved in our projects as much as we can.
Yeah. And your sons are the same age, right?
They are. They're both sophomores,
Yeah.
yes, in high school. And it's actually really cool because we'll bring them both to a job site and they'll have each other and they'll just crank through whatever dirty job we've given them for the day, which is, but at the end of the day, they are what is motivating Julie and I to do what we do.
Totally.
Yeah.
Right, is to provide options for them. And so it's really important to me as a long-term goal is to make sure that Nate understands this industry. You know, if when I go, there's a portfolio of real estate being left to him, I want him to understand
And know what to
the
do.
ins and outs and the upside down of everything. And then he can choose, you know, if that's something. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of real estate is you can do it. Like right now, he wants to fly. Like he wants to be an Air Force pilot. So, but as an Air Force pilot owning real estate, you can do that too. You know, it's
Yes.
Oh my God.
it's the retirement plan versus the IRA or the 401k and such that we were raised on. It's just a different plan. So
Yeah.
one of my big goals is to make sure he understands that. And I think my other goal is I am a teacher at heart. And, you know, I spent time, again, we talk about our past lives. I spent time teaching middle school math and I gave it everything I had. And it still wasn't enough.
Sure.
It was all consuming, but my heart, when I actually got to teach kids math, was just the most amazing thing. So I would love to take more of my time and energy and really sow into, I think, the REAO community.
Yeah.
And really enhance that education pillar that we have. I think the community builds itself. I think the empowerment is part of that. And I'm always trying to build up that educational piece. And if I could have more time to really, you know, just create a space for everyone in our community to be able to grow and learn from each other, I would like to spend more time there. And of course, you know, the planet is huge. I'm with Julie.
Yeah.
There's so much to see and experience and understand and live and people it's just a fascinating world with it.
Yeah, for sure. I love that you include the boys in what you're doing. You guys know I take Rylan to everything.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important for them to also see how hard we work. Like, let's say you did hand them a real estate portfolio and they never got to see any of the dirty work behind the scenes, the long nights, the long hours. They're going to appreciate it and understand it more when you do hand it over. And even at Summit, it was so sweet when they like gave you flowers and said nice things. The whole room was sobbing because the boys are like, our moms are amazing. We're like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. That's so funny. But when your kids appreciate you or recognize like how hard you're working, it just makes you, I feel it for me. It always fills my cup. Like, oh, not only am I teaching myself and like growing myself, but Rylan's watching, and I'm sure you feel the same.
Yes, and they understand that that night that you couldn't make the baseball game,
Right. Yeah.
they understand the long-term picture and that you're being a good mom.
Totally. And that we do try to make it to everything we can, but every now and then we have to choose work. The other day I had to work instead of go to a choir thing, but I talked to her about it first. And I was like, you know, you're still my number one priority. And she goes, Mommy, we're trying to get to Japan. Go to the showing. And I was like, all right, girl, thanks.
Yes, that's it. That's having them on your team.
I love that so much.
Yeah. She was totally fine with it. She was
Like, no, go work.
Yeah. Well, and she was just like, it's one choir.
She's got the cold.
Well, and it was so funny too. She goes, I don't even have a solo this time. So like, what does it matter? It's so funny. Yeah. But it did make me feel better. I wasn't at the showing like, is she looking for me? Is she sad? Does she wish I was there? But instead I was just like, nope, she's totally fine with me not being there. So I could focus on what I was doing.
Yeah, and focus on the goal. I mean, the first thing she says is, it's okay, Mom, we have a goal.
Yeah. Right.
Right? And getting them wrapped up in the dream of why we're doing what we're doing is priceless.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Absolutely. Thank you for letting us come and record here in your most recent project. I really appreciate it. For anybody that was listening that's curious about REAO, do you want to give them an avenue on how to find you guys or how to join the group?
Yeah, it's a private Facebook group. So you can reach out to either of us.
Or me. I can always connect you.
Yeah. You can find us at social media. There is a REAO Instagram page.
I think it's rio.oregon.
Yep, that you could just reach out and we can then send you the link to get in. But yeah, always happy to have more members and people in our community.
On Facebook, you can actually search Women Real Estate Investors of Oregon.
Yeah.
And
it'll pop up.
the Fuchsia State of Oregon pops up.
Yeah.
And we also have an email, which is info at, what is it?
I think it's
I don't ever email myself. I think it's rio.info@gmail.com.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Well, and
Listen.
oh my gosh. Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. Hold on. What happened yesterday?
Just call Rashelle.
Just call us up.
Just send me a DM and I'll get you in the right direction. I do want to point out that you don't have to be in Oregon to participate
No,
in
you
the
do
group.
not.
There is virtual opportunities. You can always come in for Summit, which would be fun. But if you have a question, even in your state about investing, it's a great group. Yeah. So,
Many of our members invest in other states, as of course we will too. So
yeah. And it's a collaborative, like they said, it's a private Facebook page. So it's not a fee to join to ask your questions or anything like that.
Always great.
Just come ready to learn. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Rashelle,
Cheers.
for all you do. Cheers, cheers.
Cheers. I love it.
Hey, yes, you can.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone who was listening and watching today. And I'll see you next week. Cheers.